in this industry, because we definitely need that, the youth, the enthusiasm, and that was great. So what you're going to see tonight, this is a little different than the house. I'm not going to give it away. I'll let them do the honors. But you know, like I said, myself, along with Karen Crawford from VHB, Larry Trim from Ed Wojcik Architects, Carlos Neves from Gilbane, and Katie Stromolo from Gilbane. We had the honor of working with these three gentlemen, and they had put together a project that this is part of a national design competition. And right now in Washington, they're pawing all over this project, and they're looking at it right now. And you know, so what they had to do is they had to present this to the Construction Industry Roundtable, which is an industry. I know I'm stepping on you a little bit. Construction Industry Roundtable, which is an industry, a group of industry professionals who do this every year. Once a year, they have this competition. So they are competing against ACE chapters across the country. And I just want to say congratulations. You did a good job, and let everybody know what you did. Let's see.
Hello everyone, my name is Norland. I don't need this. And I am a senior at the Met School, Justice, and I'm a second year student at ACE, and I'm interested in pretty much everything, engineering, construction, and architecture, because I've been exposed to like all of it, so you kind of soak it in.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dennis Leggett, a senior at the Met High School and a second year ACE student. My interest is architecture and construction management.
Hello everyone, my name is Evan Montes, and I am also a second year ACE student, and I'm a 11th grader at the Met High School, and I am interested in structural engineering, construction management, and architecture. But before we start, we want everybody to please stand up and stretch out, because I know it's been...
Can everybody here in the back, or should I use the microphone? You guys all set? Okay. Continue, please.
Everybody good? Okay, so as second year ACE students, we joined the CERT competition. So CERT stands for Construction Industry and Roundtable. And this organization is a construction industry organization made out of construction industry professionals. They team up with ACE and sponsor student designs competitions. Tonight my team is going to be talking about our project. So we're going to start off with site plan, the exterior of the stadium, the interior of the stadium, security, and sustainability.
How we approached this project and this design, we started off and we had 4 topics that we had to choose from for the competition. One was the White House, the second was the art theater, and the modular educational pavilion and the stadium. We decided to choose the stadium because we thought it would be the most challenging topic to pick. Something that we can be unique on, different, and be most creative with, because it wasn't just plain like a regular theater and stuff like that. So we thought we could get the best out of us through the stadium. And this is some of the designs that we came up with on 3D SketchUp, as the other students explained. I'm not going to explain what the pieces are now, but throughout the presentation we'll talk about each piece individually. And these are just a couple more things that we did on 3D SketchUp. And now I'm going to pass it over to Noah.
Alright, so basically what I was kind of assigned to do at the beginning was to talk about transportation and kind of research on it. And in London, they take people use the train station. 3 million people use the train station every day. And like so that's 1 billion people every year that use the train station. So what we wanted for our site was for the train station to be our #1 mode of transportation. So one of the things that we did, is you can see right there, that's our train station that we built in. Well, these are existing waterways. So one of the challenges we kind of had to think about was how are people going to get to the stadium? They're not going to swim there from the train station. So we had to add we decided to put bridges there along each walkway so that people could get to the train stations. And there's also an existing train station, Stratford Station, which is north of this site. So we were thinking about, kind of fusing both of them, which is why you see this rail here. So it's kind of some of the things that we did. Yeah, now Edwin's going to be talking about site amenities.
So our site is made of several site amenities. Some of the site amenities that we incorporate on our site were bike racks, benches, and garbage disposal. All of them features were made out of recycled material. Another feature that we added to the site was eco stone. That's the material for the walkways. The reason that we added that was because when it rains, the water that drops in the eco stone would just go through its design. So then that would just get water to the soil and then things could grow. Can you change the slide, please? So now I'm going to start talking about the exterior of the stadium. So the shape of our stadium is a pentagon. The reason that it's a pentagon is because it represents 5 sides, and those 5 sides represents the 5 Olympic rings. And those 5 Olympic rings represent 5 continents, which are, 5 continents, which are Africa, the Americas, South and North America, Asia, and Australia. And the last one is Europe. So now I'm going to talk about the roof. I have a question for the audience. What do you think this roof looks like? Yeah.
Crown.
Yes, exactly it. We purposely did that because the Queen's Crown inspired us to make the roof that way. It's made out of a steel structure. The material that we use for the roof is called a tensile-therm fabric. We use that material because it acts like a dampener of sound, so whatever happens inside the stadium, you can't hear it out. So another feature that we added to the roof was a rain collection system. So when it rains, the water that drops in the roof will go through pipes into a rain tank. A water tank, and then that water will be used to flush toilets, water the plants, etc. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the entrances. So we got 4 main entrances in our stadium. The entrances will look like, the entrances were, no, please go back. The entrances were inspired by the famous London phone booth, so there will be huge red doors. I'm going to start talking about the wall now. This, I thought it was a very cool feature that we added to the stadium. On the walls, we will add a motion sensor video projection wall, which this means that we will project athletes that will be competing at the Olympics, and the visitors that will come to the stadium, they will be able to go to the wall and actually high-five them, and then the athletes will they won't actually touch them, but they will move their hands to high-five them as well. Another feature that we also added was there will be a number that you could text, and you could share for whatever continent you go for, whatever athlete that you go for. For example, David Beckham is competing in the Olympics. You could text that number and say go David Beckham or whatever team he's in, whatever continent he's representing. And that will also serve as additional revenue. We decided to put a loading area near the main street, and the purpose that we did that was because that would be easy access for emergency vehicles. So, for example, police cops, firefighters, and ambulance. And that area will be restricted, so unauthorized personnel won't be able to go there. Now we'll have Dennis talk about. I forgot the towers. Well, I want you to.